Welcome to Everyday Entrepreneurs Everywhere with your host, Chris Parker.
And welcome to Everyday Entrepreneurs Everywhere. This is Chris Parker, and I'm with Paco Brisen, who is coming in from Barcelona, Spain. And Paco and I are members of two global communities, the Open EXO community and the Purpose Alliance community, that I'm sure we'll talk about in the next 30 minutes or so, because this is sort of our bonding factor, which are really just magical groups of people, and have a lot of overlap and doing so many interesting things. And Paco is actually a global ambassador for one of those groups, and I'm sure we'll bring that up. So Paco, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to learning more about you. Can you please share with us, Paco, what is it that you do and why do you do what you do?
Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. Thanks for the invitation. Who I am and what I'm doing. It's a complicated thing because I love to do a lot of things, but professionally, I'm a consultant, a coach, and a mentor for businesses and for people, basically, that are in their transformation path, no? And they want to transform themselves for a better version. In addition, I'm doing a lot of activities trying to help people to have a better version of themselves. So I'm, in addition to my company, True Solutions, that is the consulting firm, I have the Happiness Lab, that is a community for happiness practitioners that want to share their tricks and tips on how to improve happiness as well. And I'm also working with other associations that are trying to improve what is around us. So a lot of things, but basically, I will say a consultant and a coach.
Great. And I'm so happy you brought up the Happiness Lab, because as I was preparing for this and looking at your LinkedIn, I hadn't known that about you. And I saw this Happiness Lab on your LinkedIn. And you said that is a group of happiness practitioners. What is a happiness practitioner? I just love it, although I'm not sure what it is.
Well, I think that happiness is a practice. Happiness is not a point in your life or a specific state. I think that we all are happy, no? And when you are conscious about that, you are practicing happiness. No, happiness can be at different levels. There's science around that we all are happy in a certain range. Some that is coming from our DNA, and some that you can work or activate yourself. No, and when you are conscious about that, you are a practitioner of that. No, and it's not only joy; it's living with whatever is coming. No, enjoying all emotions and living that thing, no? Well, enjoying is a word, no? But knowing how to live with that, no? Because we know that there are moments that are not that joyful, but you need to live with that, no? And being optimistic, I think, is one of the characteristics that I will say that as a happiness practitioner, knowing that things can go better, no? If you put yourself on that.
Beautiful. Well, it sounds like you're speaking about my own life's work or my own life's journey, where I was first confronted by the statement that happiness is a choice when I was in university, and it was an advisor to my fraternity, Sterling Larson, lovely gentleman who imparted that on me, that happiness is a choice. And that was such a confronting statement. It's like, well, what do you mean happiness is a choice? And I continue to discover and unpack and unfold that simple statement, and constantly working on how to be satisfied with now and open for whatever reality brings, and be delighted for the next possibilities. And so I would love, maybe after, a few other questions, if we can get back into happiness, but there's going to be so much to talk about. So Paco, why you are doing coaching, mentoring, happiness? Why? What is it that drives you to be involved in all of these different activities and movements?
Well, I think that we all have a uniqueness, no, that can add value to the world, no. And I think, as a matter of fact, when we have communities, is adding all those uniqueness into a single um, um, entity, no, to build something or to generate value or to reach something, and that's what I'm trying to do. So, well, it's what I'm trying to do for me. It's what I'm trying to do for all my circles, my family, my job, my well, my clients. No, and trying to help people to realize that it's better if we add well, to reach those goals, that if, well, we are competing or working in a different way. So that's the origin of I think my profession, no? And I will say that is not only what I'm doing for work, but I'm doing in life. So is that idea that, well, it's better together, no? So that we can build a stronger buildings, or we can do more together than isolated or separated, no? That is even worse, no? Well, I can see a lot of that happening these times with COVID-19, no? That, well, I think it's a great time for cooperation, for collaboration, but well, you can see with the vaccine, no, that it looks that there's more competition, no. Well, I suppose that you have read this morning, no, that according to U.S. Intelligence, the Chinese were Chinese hackers were looking for information about the vaccines in different countries. No? That is silly. So I think that all that should be open for finding the results as soon as possible, because we all are impacted. No, but and it's, well, trying to work in that area. No, trying to ensure that there's more open collaboration, that there's more use of collective intelligence, and well, basically the reason for me to act on those different areas, or the same.
Yeah. How did that happen? Like, is there a story behind the story? Because, you know, we're both in you know, global communities of generally positive abundance thinking, you know, thinkers and doers. There's a lot of people who are scarcity thinking or limited thinking, you know, like these Chinese hackers, maybe, if that's true. I always question American intelligence statements, but is there something that sent you down this path at some point, that you do make a conscious choice to go this direction, or is this just your nature?
I'm sure that there's something, but I have been exploring that part of why I'm doing this. Since I'm conscious, I have been that guy that is trying to integrate the others. Not that I'm the one opening conversations and trying to integrate people, and trying to make collaborative ideas happen. But well, I suppose that it's education in my family. Those circles are important, but it's something unconscious. Huh? There's no specific time, and for sure, I'm sure that it's not me. It's well, the aggregation of different things that have happened, and different people that have been there. No, and I have a lot of teachers. No, well, starting with my parents for sure, but also teachers in, well, when I was a kid. Well, we used to go to the YMCA, no, without singing like BS people, but in that place there were a lot of people that were acting, and there were believers of a better future, and they were working on that. No? So I think that, well, same thing in the school. I was in different associations, and also, well, I think that step by step I have been building that, but for sure, well, it's nothing new. I'm just replicating and giving back of all those things, and a lot of things that have been given to me without really all the effort that could be the cost of that, so for me it's giving back, is and it's natural, but again, I'm just replicating and paying that back.
Yeah, it really just seems and feels that that's who you are. Like when I've interacted with you on different events and things, it's just this positivity that's coming, which is infectious, and
Yes.
it connects to other people, which is glorious. And True Solutions is your brand, I suppose, and I understand you do that with at least one other person. Can you tell us about what True Solutions is, and who your customer is with True Solutions?
Well, we started with True Solutions in 2005. As a matter of fact, it was a company that originally was dedicated to the implementation of HR technology, HR information system. I used to work for PeopleSoft. That was a software company originally created to develop human resources software that integrated with more solutions, ERP, CRM, etc. And that was my first. Maybe there was a change for me working for PeopleSoft, because I'm an industrial engineer. I started working in logistics. Then I moved to finance, and I was invited to join PeopleSoft to work in development of this software, or customizing this software for the Mexican market, and was my first approach to HR systems. And working there, as a matter of fact, I changed my mindset to consider that the real transformation element for any single project and any single initiative were people. And and that was via, in that case, technology and software. And we created this company after Oracle bought PeopleSoft. I decided to start this because it was a completely different organization, Oracle from PeopleSoft. So I decided with a partner to start True Solutions as a consulting firm. And at that time in our market, the origin of the name is that not all the solutions were for real. They were selling projects, and we were selling real solutions. No, we were trying to add value. No, that was the humble origin of the name, and that was the origin. So HR software. And from there, and working with people-related projects in companies, we have been extended. And right now, we are not implementing software or solutions. Well, in some cases, could be part of the solution, but the focus is in trying to help people to thrive in organizations in different roles. So not only working with human resources departments, but general team leaders and managers, directors, owners, entrepreneurs. So to realize the value, using different methodologies and techniques, but basically with a lot of coaching for sure, exploring and applying different techniques, and is what we are doing now. That is how True Solutions has evolved from time.
Incredible. There's a lot of parallels here, meaning back in the time when you were with PeopleSoft, which was 98 to 2005, according to your LinkedIn. Around that same time, I worked with Baan, the Dutch software, which was also a big player at that time. And it's funny, I had the other experience of solutions because I worked for a while with a company called Solution Bank. And I used to joke inside because they had no solutions and they were not a bank. They were selling projects. And so I think they were doing exactly what you were striving to do, the opposite of. And it looks like True Solutions was in existence through 2010 and then came back more recently. Can you explain the evolution? Because it sounds like something was put to rest and then it maybe like a phoenix has come back with a new direction.
Yes. Well, for me, True Solutions is a tool as well, no? So it's well, having a business is not my goal. If it's useful to create value, no, and to have the possibility to run projects for a better world, as a matter of fact, is our purpose, no, to execute projects for a better world, that our own projects or others from others, it's the same. So. At that time, 2010, the market changed. As a matter of fact, as Oracle bug people saw, they were not developing, or the market was not developing as in the past, and we were exploring different alternatives to keep well, generating value in the market. No, we were not there to transform to a just we're providing headcount to other projects, or so we were really trying to run projects and to add value in that area. It was not possible with True Solutions, so we explored different possibilities. I was working in some other projects while we were closing and selling part of our business, and I was offered the possibility to move to work to the European Investment Bank. They offered a great project there to transform their HR organization. So I decided to move to Luxembourg and work with this bank. That it was an amazing experience, not only because of the project, but because of the purpose and the strength of the organization. The European Investment Bank is the largest lender in the world. No, it's more than 4 times. I think it was in one point almost 5 or 6 times what the World Bank was lending. So it's huge. No, so it's I think that it's a relevant element on how Europe has been built, and for me, the European model is the strongest that we have had in history, no, sharing wellness and equality in the society, and they are an important part. So for me, it was not only the professional part, but the meaningful work that I was doing for a meaningful organization. And but the project ended, and well, the next was well, were going to be operations, and operation are not for me. So I need projects. I need new beginnings constantly. So I decided to come back to Spain. At that time, I had the opportunity to join another company that is the largest provider in HR and payroll services in the world. In America, for sure, the largest. And so we were running, or I was in a team running teams global projects, while covering 111 countries in some cases. No, that was our scope. No, so were those super projects that was an incredible learning opportunity as well. And when I was offered to go back to do another incredible project in Luxembourg, so I went back. But the project was not that good this time. As a matter of fact, I decided to stop after some a trial period. No, we agree in both sides that it was not the best to continue. And I came back and was trying to use all that knowledge to give back value in a time that I was sure that the world and the society were needing something different. That was at the beginning of last year. It was one of the reasons I was looking for purposeful organizations. I joined Conscious Capitalism. I become a B leader working and supporting organizations to transform into B Corps. And it's the time when I joined Open EXO, and and then during these times, also Purpose Alliance, and I became also a contributor of Purpose Launchpad. So is that exploration that now has been the origin of the new True Solutions, no? And again, because I think that well, it's not only me. Well, you know that the buzzword now is the reset, no, and we need a reset. No, we are late for implementing the SDGs for in the next 10 years, but it's needed. No, so all the organizations need that transformation. Is how we recreate True Solutions as a transformation consulting and coaching company.
Beautiful. Paco, thank you so much for sharing that story. It sounds like an evolution with the theme of support and help to ever growing, communities of people. You mentioned Open EXO and Purpose Alliance, and those, as well as Conscious Capitalism, contributing to the new DNA of True Solutions. How has Open EXO or Purpose Alliance helped you? Like what have you benefited from your involvement in those groups that has led you to new insights and new opportunities for True Solutions?
Well, I think that the organization have an ingredient, no, an attribute that, as it is called in the communities, that is the purpose. No, so everything starts with a purpose, and I really think that the organizations that are needed now require that, and require to be reviewed to find their purpose, and in addition to review their impact, and that is the starting point. No, is what. I think it's a core element that is present in both communities, and as a matter of fact, that's the reason why I've joined. No? Well, obviously, they are also creating important communities, and I think that is the new way of working. No, is how we are working. So we are only two partners, and that is our payroll in True Solutions. The rest of the organizations is based on alliances and collaborations, and having access to these communities that are also aligned with this concept of the purpose, by instance, or the access to the abundance, or the mindset, not to the abundance mindset, more than the still thinking on the scarcity and the competition is really relevant for our model. No? For our model, and again, it's a belief that is how we need to work. No? So that is one of the elements, and a lot of learning for sure. No, these are learning communities as well. They have their own methodologies, a lot of sharing between the communities in every single role. I don't know how many WhatsApp groups I have with the two. It's part of our abundance as well. No, a lot of WhatsApp groups that you need to also to learn to use, but you have access to an incredible amount of knowledge. No, that's the real abundance, and a lot of generosity to share that knowledge. So that is the most important part, no? And also sharing with them, no? To make ideas better. Well, you need to share that, no? As we were saying with the vaccines, no? Well, do you want a vaccine? Well, send out the knowledge out, and for sure we are going to have something sooner, no? So, and better. That's the idea with those two communities. And in the part of the knowledge, obviously, well, we have been classmates as well. No, we are exponential innovators as well.
Yeah, so, we're both certified. Yeah,
exactly. And this is an important element as well. I think that the education is going in that direction. So we knew that before Google released their certifications paths. No, we were in that in that way, but that is the way. You know, is that sharing and validating can be more agile and collaborative than that other models.
Lovely, great. Thank you for that. I have equal, positive experiences. That for me, the richness is the people, and with the people, purpose-driven people, that across the board, people are dedicated to making humanity better, and that just that energy in itself, and then as well as the creativity and ingenuity and the sharing of knowledge across the WhatsApp groups and events. I just find it wonderful as a space, and also occasionally there's a opportunity to be educated formally. So we both did the what is it, the Exponential Innovator certification through Purpose Alliance with Karina. And I think you did the advanced version as well, and the master's version is coming up. So there's this progression of depth that you can go into some of these topics, which is outstanding. So I'm so happy to be part of them as well. I'm curious if we can go back just a couple more questions. Happiness, going back to the happiness practitioner. Do you have or have you learned during your journeys in those types of conversations about some practices that might help people reconnect with their inner self and their inner happiness? Is there, how do you do that, or what have you seen?
Well, I think that it's happiness is like it's a practice, as according to my beliefs, no? But I think that it's also something that needs to be trained as well, no? It's a skill or a muscle, no? That and you need to train to do that. And for that, it's like going to the gym, no? So you need to start, and you are becoming better and better, no? But for sure, there are practices. The first one that I use, and I use it every day, is meditation. I think that happens the same as any other practice. I think that is really difficult at the beginning, but one day you notice that you are able to do it. And my recommendation is to try it and start. No, it was funny because I tried several times in my life, and once that I was traveling, I was invited to join one of these Deepak Chopra's 21 days journeys for meditation. That is a very simple exercise. It's free, and this time, as a matter of fact, it was done with Oprah Winfrey, and so it was a little bit not like the regular way of going with a guru of this, no? But Deepak Chopra is very well recognized. So, and while practicing one of these, I reached a good level, and I became addicted to this, and I have incorporated that. And it's a very simple. In some cases, just with 20 minutes or so a day, that can change your day completely. No, and there are some practices that you are going to aggregate that can be easily integrated. No, but for sure, doing anything that you like and finding those things that you like and integrating that in your day to day is important. If you want to dance or sing or stretch or run or finding something that makes you go to your zone, no, and connect with you or disconnect in some cases from the external things that are in your head, and trying to manage your head, and in some cases just let go without managing anything. Well, is that the thing that you need to upgrade. So for me, happiness is not practicing complicated things and going to long trainings and silence retreats that can help as well, for sure, a lot. But just implementing small things like eating a grape and having that grape in your mouth for 1 minute first, and one day 5 minutes, no, and enjoying and reconnecting with the different taste and your tongue and your body and your feelings and emotions. It's a fantastic practice that is really simple to implement, right?
Beautiful. I'm delighted that you mentioned the Deepak Chopra 21-day meditation, I think is what he calls it. And I've done it a couple times myself. I cannot recommend that higher. So we will find a link and we'll put that into the show notes. It's easy to embrace. He is such a pleasant mode and method. And so it's a beautiful place to start. Thank you for sharing that. And you also mentioned the words complicated and simple. You have used the simplicity scan, I think, on your True Solutions with your partner. How did you experience that? What did you use the simplicity scan for?
Well, I think it's a great tool, and I really think that is part of that abundance mindset that we have mentioned with our communities, no? That we have in common, and it's a great exercise. It's a great tool, and thanks for putting this available for everyone. I think that it's a fantastic tool, and well, as you mentioned, it's a scan to review the most important components of an organization. And I will say that an organization I'm planning to use this for some projects as well, no? And with some teams to align the ideas, no? It's a great tool. What we did is to use it independently and to fill it out with our own vision. And then we shared these things. And as a matter of fact, we did a review of True Solutions, reviewing what we were doing well, where we were completely aligned, where we were on a line, and doing our list to align ourselves, no, and also to review what elements were said but not really activated, and where we are with others. So I think that it's a great tool. I really like it. It's simple. It's easy. Well, it's easy if you know your business, no? But I think that is the case for a lot of people, but gives you the possibility to see in one page all the different elements and how they interact. So you establish relations with this exercise between the different boxes to relate, and you see some interactions between elements that are happening and some others that are not, and it helps you to detect areas of improvement for this. No, for sure. In our case, I can tell you that in the product development and in business development, we have detected some tasks that we need to put in our list. As a matter of fact, we are going to have sessions next week to move forward on those areas. So it's a great tool. So thanks for putting this available. And
you're so welcome. I was surprised when you said it was easy, because what I find is it's easy to approach, and what I really tried to find is ways to make what people can maybe think is really hard and stressful to do, and simplify that so it's at least accessible. And my original mission with that, I think, is very much similar to yours, which was to increase joy or reduce suffering in the workplace caused by lack of alignment. And this is I tried to boil it down into the prime numbers of business, down to these 15 things that if you as a leadership team or as a company are able to get general agreement on those 15 things, it'll probably be very clear what is working and what is not working. And then that will share with you what to accelerate and what to focus on. So thank you so much for sharing that story. And I hope you continue to use it. And if you have any improvement suggestions or anything that you've discovered on how to use it that I can share further with other people, then please share that. So Paco,
these are actives, as a matter of fact, organizational actives. So we are recording that. So I'll keep you posted on how we are advancing with this for sure.
It felt really nice it felt really good for me to listen to your story and the authenticity and the care. And I was thinking to myself that this is not an average HR person. This is somebody who's really caring about people and wanting to improve things. So it was really a joy to hear and listen and be a part of.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we are really outsiders, and it happens the same with Magalida, is my partner, that we're outsiders. We are IT people for the HR people. We are HR for the ITs, or we are IT or HR for the business people. So and we love being outsiders, no? So that is our place. So exactly. Well, you know that disruption never comes from the business, no? So that's one of our superpowers is what we use to give our view, a honest view on this, and we share that. Is combined with our experience and knowledge and skills, but is that vision, no? And empathy, honesty, and we really want to practice those values. No?
And I feel it and I see it. So thank you so much. I'm my background is in accounting. I'm a customer experience person by passion and technologist by profession. So the feeling of outsider I can relate to as well. So Paco, do you have websites for True Solutions or the Happiness Lab? Okay, are those things that you can send to me or?
Yeah, I'll send you for True Solutions. The Happiness Lab, by now it's an experiment. And well, I have a Facebook group. As a matter of fact, I'll send you that one because it's open. And the original, it's in Internations. That is, it's a social network as well, but it's a closed social network. But I'll send you both because I think it's in there. There could be people that are in Internations that want to join. I'll send you those three: the two of Happiness Lab and the True Solutions website.
Yeah, lovely. Paco, thank you so much. We have to wrap it up, sadly. As I shared when we were preparing, that 30 minutes is long enough, and it is never enough. So we need to wrap it up. Everyone, ebullient.com/podcast/Paco Brisen is the page where you can find all about Paco and his link to his LinkedIn and a bit more about his biography. We have put links to OpenEXO, Purpose Alliance, and we'll find a link to Deepak Chopra's 21-day meditation and put that in there as well. Also on that page on the bottom, you can download for free the Simplicity Scan if you aren't familiar with what we're talking about. So Paco, thank you so much for joining. I really enjoyed this conversation.
Thanks a lot, Chris. And I'll come back for the new season for sure next year.
Learn more at ebullient.com/podcast.